Well, today's gonna be an awesome day because we're gonna be building our very own zoo, but not just for any type of animals, some of the coolest on the planet. That's right, we're gonna be using animals from the Arctic because Planet Zoo just came out with their brand new Arctic pack. So I wanna give a huge shout out and thank you to our sponsor, Planet Zoo. And today, the challenge is simple. We got 4 things we're gonna be going for. We're gonna be trying to make a zoo that has the polar bear, a reindeer, an Arctic wolf, and a doll sheep. Sounds easy enough. However, keep in mind on challenge mode, you don't have an infinite amount of cash. So we gotta run a successful business, we gotta make it boom, and we're gonna have to buy all these animals and make them happy. All right, well, first things first, we gotta pick a biome. So I'm gonna say we should do the tundra, just because they have the Antarctic there, and it makes it a little bit easier. Well, it looks like we're ready to go. So first things first, before we start, always pause the game. That way you get your bearings without the days passing, and you don't lose money, etc., etc. Let you get all started up. Now, in order to begin, we need to go ahead and take a look at the needs of some of our staff here. So we need a keeper hut, and we need all these other things as well. So if we go under facilities, right, we can go ahead and we can buy, well, an animal trade center is one of the things we need. So I usually like to put them off to the side, just kind of out of the way and, you know, not really bothering anyone. So we'll put that over there. Then we're going to need a quarantine, which is right here. Quarantine. The biggest challenge of all that I find is keeping your immediate costs down. You want to spend as little as possible and hire as little amount of people as possible to start off. That way you don't end up going bankrupt. Because I'm going to let you know, I did go bankrupt many times when I was practicing. And that's because, well, I had too many staff members. Don't make the same mistake that I make. Be smart about how you spend your money. Okay, now we're going to need to do a keeper hut here. There we go. We're also going to need the good old workshop, as you see right there, which we can get. Oh, a staff room, too. Can't not have a staff room. And where's the last but not least? Our good old friend, the workshop. Looking good. All right, and now that we have the main facilities down, because got to get that part out of the way, we can start to build our paths. Now, obviously, our employees need a way to access that. So, to begin, I'm going to do this right here. That'll be where we start off our first cage. And then we're going to go over to this side now. And this will just be where our employees can access, well, their various dormitories. All right, there we go. Boom. And we can go ahead and we can put another one there. And there. There we go. And then one last part of it. Boom. So now they can access every single area that they're going to need to. And wait a minute, actually, I just realized there was one big thing I was forgetting, and it's very, very important. Hopefully you won't need it. However, if you do need it, well, you're gonna need it big time, is we're gonna need to go ahead and get a veterinary surgery place. Because, well, animals get hurt sometimes. So here's veterinary surgery. Boom. Now here's the crazy part. Keep in mind, we have done nothing with animals yet at all. And we started off at $40,000. We're only at 25 grand left. We haven't even built the barriers. When I said that this is hard, trust me, this is not easy. But if you follow along with what I'm doing, you should be able to make it a slightly more easy time for yourself. Next thing we want to get is glass for our walls here, because that way people who are at our park can actually see what's going on with the animals. So we also want to make a sizable enough area. I'm going to start off with some reindeer probably, provided that there's some that are available. And there we go. So a nice big area, has some foliage. Things are looking good there. Now, the last but not least portion of everything is we're going to have to hire out some staff. There's no right or wrong way to do it. So the 4 people that I start off hiring is the caretaker, the keeper, a vet, and of course, a mechanic. Now, if you don't have a mechanic, your walls can break down and your animals can escape. As for the vendors, they're good later game, but until you get, I would say, 300 to 500 people in your park at a given time, not worth it. All right, well, now time to go to the animal trading portion of the game. Let's go ahead and let's see if there are any reindeers waiting to be adopted here. I hope there are, and if not, then of course we just have to wait it out, and in the future we can get more. But it looks like we have some luck here. So let's go ahead, let's get one female, adopt, and we'll also adopt 1 male deer. All right, and they're in animal storage now. We'll send to zoo and put them right in this habitat. All right, well, without further ado, let's hit the play button. Now, immediately as well, you want your vets researching what makes these things happy. So, you're gonna wanna go ahead and have your vet research the reindeer as soon as you possibly can. In the meantime, let's get this habitat all ready to go for our reindeer pals. So, you wanna scroll on through the list here, sort by reindeer, and let's go to food and water. So, you can get away with just doing a small trough to start, probably, because there's only 2 of them. You might have to expand it if they start to mate and make, you know, more reindeers. And of course, we have the water pipe right there. Then from there, you're also going to want to get a good old shelter for them. I always go with the largest option possible, just to ensure that they are indeed happy. And then from there, it's just about paying attention to their wants and needs. And There he is. Our first reindeer is ready to go. And that means that our researcher can start to research things about the reindeer. Now, research is very important because that'll allow you to get better and higher grades of food, as well as various other things. Trust me, you want it. You want our research. Now, as you can see, our animal's welfare isn't that good, and that's because it doesn't have any enrichment things. That basically is a fancy way of saying toys. However, there are no toys available. That's why you research. So for now, we keep it simple. This is definitely how you want your park to look, but there's a couple more things as well. You want your guests happy, so make sure they have enough space to patrol around the area and look at the animals themselves. Because otherwise, well, why are you at the zoo? So there we go. Boom. Multiple pathways, and along the way as well, this is a really big thing, and it's one of the lifebloods of your actual zoo, is donation boxes. Believe it or not, they love to donate, which is great. It means they're very much so enjoying their time here. So set up your donation boxes. It is a great way to make some good old cash. And then from there, luckily enough, our keepers will go ahead and start feeding our animals. Make sure you select the right food grade, which right now is only level 1. But now it's just really about the waiting game. Wait it out, and we'll do it to 5 times speed, and see how much money you start to generate. And once you're ready and make enough money, you can go ahead and start to make more cages, buy more animals, etc., etc. And a surefire way to make sure that your guests are having the best time possible, make sure you buy yourself some educational speakers. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sometimes learning can be boring, but not always. And in this case, they actually love learning about reindeer. So if you go ahead and get some kind of educational thingies going for them, whether it be speakers or billboards, etc., they will be made very, very happy. And now take a look at our money. We're at $22,600, but I promise you, that number is going to start rocketing up as time goes on. Also, take a look. We got our 2 challenges. Get 300 guests in the zoo, and after that, adopt an exotic species. Now, that's not that hard. You know, we'll get on to that. But just take a look, guys. We're almost at $23,000, and that number's going to keep on going up and up and up, especially as our animals get treated better and better with that research. All right, so we got those. Let's go ahead, and now we're making some decent amount of money. Let's set up an education board. So the education boards, usually, Habitat Education Board, we can put that there. And then usually you can just get away with putting that right on that. It's a little awkwardly placed, I guess, but it works. As long as they're watching it, they're happy. And look at our keeper go. He's gonna go check on him. Vet research is complete. Nice. Let's see what we got here for this. A side goal as well is I want to get all my animals' welfare up to 90%. That includes all the future animals we're going to get as well. And I think that's a fair goal to have. So with that first vet research, unfortunately, we did not unlock any new food. However, what we did unlock was some enrichment sources. So a large barrel feeder, boom, their food enrichment's all good. And with that scent marker, they now have toy enrichment as well. So all that's left really is social welfare. With that, it's all about getting more deer. However, they might be able to take care of that for us, which is good. In the meantime, we've got $23,000. We're making the cash, and things are looking good. And look, we're actually expecting an offspring for a deer now. So they're going to take care of that problem for us. All right, well, now we're making a little bit of cash and have a steady income. Let's go ahead and let's start to prepare ourselves for having another species in here, which I would like to keep it simple and do the doll sheep. A sheep really doesn't cause too much problems. So let's go and do that. I think that that would be a good way for us to continue. And we actually just finished up yet another piece of veterinary research. And whoopsies, that was not where I wanted to put that. But luckily you could just delete and go from there. All right, boom, looking good. And let's check on the vet research that we got. Okay, please be a better food quality for our dear friends here. We want to make sure that they're living their best life. And there it is, grade 2 food quality. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Their nutrition value is gonna go up, 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 up. All right, now next thing you need on your list here for the doll sheep, right, is you wanna go ahead and get the shelter for them. Their cages look very much so like what you'd expect to see from the reindeer as well, surprisingly enough. So let's go ahead and let's add in our shelter for them. There we go. And then from there, of course, they're going to need some food. So we'll get a small food trough and a water pipe And that way, they're constantly being taken care of. So animal trading, let's go into here, animal market, and let's go find ourselves one of these doll sheep, which will probably be towards the very bottom. And are there any available left? Come on. Ah, we actually have 2 fine specimens waiting for us right there. Male and a female. Perfect. All right, we'll throw those into the cage there. And as time goes on and as we research more and more things about the reindeer, it'll buy us some time, and that way we can start researching about our sheep friends here. Because obviously to start, they're not going to have any toys, they're not going to be super happy, and we don't like that. We like our animals all happy. So we got to start worrying about their welfare, but all things come in due time. That's the magic of this game. Look at him go, look at him go. Now, we still are making good money there, but there's one thing we're missing. We're missing maximizing potential from our sheep. So, let's go ahead and let's get to work here. All right, there we go. So I like to have a little pathway there for them. And we'll make sure that we're putting down educational things along the way, as well as donation boxes. Okay, looking all fine and dandy. And whoopsies, don't want to delete that. And we'll just make another pathway there, just to make traversing for our zookeepers a little bit easier. And of course, the lifeblood of all this, let's get those donation boxes set down. All right, we'll put one right there, one right there. They're only 50 bucks a pop to put down, so it's pretty good just to spam those if you ask me. All right, good. And then let's get an educational speaker going. Where's that's an ambiance speaker? There you go, educational speaker. Let's get one of those going right there. And where is it? It's very tiny. There it is. It was blending in. All right, the doll sheep there. And we don't want them to overlap, which is perfect. They just barely don't overlap. And that's exactly what you want. And then let's also go ahead and let's get a habitat education stand. Okay, we could probably put one of those right about there. And we can go ahead and put down a habitat education board on it. All right. And let's go ahead and doll sheep. Now they can learn all about our friend the doll sheep. And look at our money rocketing now as people are realizing they're getting more bang for their buck. They're getting multiple pets. This is good. Also, vet research just came through about our good friend the reindeer. And we are learning and learning and learning. Let's see, did we get the next food upgrade for him? No, not quite. But that's okay. We don't need the next food upgrade yet. And you, Mr. Doll Sheep, your food and your toys will be coming very soon. I ultra promise you. Actually, you know what? We can go ahead even, and what I can do is I can divert some attention from our vet over to the Doll Sheep because they don't have the basic necessities met yet. So it's always good to have that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and start making a polar bear cage. Now, the polar bear cage is going to shock you about how big you're going to need this thing. It is no laughing matter at all. Polar bears love their space, as you can imagine. So let's go ahead and let's get a good old habitat gate going. And we will go right there. Perfect. And now comes the crazy, crazy game of just making a big enough space. This is going to use up a lot of our money. I'm talking like a whole lot of our money, literally just building the cage itself. And even this right here, believe it or not, may not be big enough for our polar bear friend. But either way, vet research is done. Looking good, looking good. All right, doll sheep. Let's see what you're looking like here. So we need food and toy enrichment. Well, did we learn enough about you? We did. All right, so their toy enrichment's done, and their food enrichment's done. So overall, besides their nutrition not being the best, they're actually pretty happy campers. And as soon as our research is done with the next one, we'll have that one all set. Now let's get ready once again, and let's go ahead and buy a good old-fashioned, oh, what's that? One of our deer is hungry. Why is one of our reindeer hungry? Oh, I think the time has come. Okay, they can eat now. They're good. Okay, I was gonna say, I think the time has come to get them bigger feeders. Which, honestly, we can afford it now. We're starting to make more money, so we might as well go ahead and get them a large trough. There we go. And same with these guys. We don't need to skimp out on the food anymore because or not the food, the size of the tray and stuff like that, because we're actually making a good chunk of money. All right, now next on the list, we need a polar bear arrangement here. So polar bears eat a little differently than the other ones. They go ahead and they need a large food tray. And obviously for their habitat, they're going to need a big old outdoor habitat, just like that. And, oh, the vet has finished up another layer of doll sheep research, which, let's see, is that enough to give them food quality too? So those are going to be some very happy campers there, I'll tell you. Okay, so this one's all taken care of here. Now let's go ahead, go to our animal trading post, and any polar bears available? Any polar bears at all? Yeah, sometimes they're a little rarer, but it looks like we're good. Unfortunately, though, we actually can't adopt these just yet because they're too expensive. We literally can't afford these guys here because we don't have enough conservation credits. So, unfortunately, not much we could do about that for now. For now, we're going to get ourselves some polar bears. Don't you worry at some point. Actually, one of them just expired the listing already. So what we can do in the meantime is we can start getting ready by getting ourselves some Arctic wolves, perhaps. So this cage initially was going... Well, I guess we'll keep that cage there. Why not? We'll keep that cage, and we'll start to expand a new area for our good old friends, the Arctic wolves. So a bit of an immediate loss on the money there, but definitely not the end of the world. And I want to put the Arctic wolves path right down through here. You ready? So watch this. It's going to come down here, right? And it's going to also meet up with that one there. And now we're ready to go. So, actually, you know what we can do as well? We could probably delete this one right there. And wait, your zoo has no security guard. We don't even need the security guard for now, believe it or not. There's not enough crime that really deters people from coming. So it's really not the end of the world, believe it or not, this early on in the game. Later on in the game, yeah, definitely not recommended at all. But take a look at our friends here. And we also have a little baby right here. And if you want at any point in time, you can zoom on in with the camera. Look how cute! Oh my goodness! That is absolutely adorable. Vet has not attended to this habitat in a long time. I mean, are the animals okay? You look healthy and fine. You look healthy and fine. And what about you, baby deer? Baby deer, baby deer, baby deer, baby deer, baby. I keep missing the click. Baby deer, you look fine to me. So I'm willing to say that if they look fine, they probably are fine. And there we go. And now we can just stick the habitat entryway right off of that. Like that. Okay, now before we expand a little more, let me go check the animal trading here real quick. And let's see if on the market, any polar bears have been relisted. You gotta check back periodically for the animals you want. No polar bears have been relisted just yet, but that's not a big deal. No big deal at all. Same with the Arctic wolves, but they will be listed in time, I promise. It's always how the game works. You just gotta be patient. And we can go ahead and get our other stuff set up here. Oh, whoopsies. Wrong gate. We wanted the glass. Always the glass that you have satisfied people in your zoo. You want to keep everyone all happy. There we go. The wolves like their open space as well, just like the polar bear does. So, always good to add that. And then from here, while we're waiting for things, we can even get our pathway. There we go. Start to go all the way around this. I always like to have pathways that go all the way around some of these larger cages like this. I feel like it's pretty cool and allow the viewers, or the visitors of the park, to see everything that they want to see about our friends. So there we go. Boom! That part's down. And then the same can be done with this one as well. You know, it's expensive to do this, but at the same time, once you're starting to make money, you know, no reason not to reinvest in your park. And there we go. We now have that looped all the way around. We'll have a better loop as well for the doll sheep. And then for our friend the polar bear here, this is going to be a huge pathway, but it's going to go all the way around. Also, I can't wait for it to be daytime again. It's getting pretty dark out here. And we have quite a number of alerts on the side that we're going to have to attend to. But either way, Let's go ahead all the way around. And you know what we could do? Even though it's a zookeeper area, it just makes it easier for them to access all that. So, habitat vet is not attended in a while. Okay, but doesn't really matter too much considering they look healthy as could be. All right, have we gotten the level 3 food yet for the doll sheep? Let's see, level 3 food. We have. So now we have level 3 food quality for them. I'm going to go ahead and stick our research analyst back on the reindeer until they can get level 3 food quality. And let's go ahead here and animal trading. Okay, any newcomers at all? Timber wolves? No, we want Arctic wolves. We want the Arctic wolves or polar bears. Let's see, polar bears. Did I pass any? There's one polar bear. We don't have enough conservation credits still. We can't get the polar bear just yet. Arctic wolves, 2 of them. Adopt and adopt just in time. Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and let's send both these to their brand new habitat. And let's make sure these Arctic wolves are happy as could be. So species, Arctic wolves, and we'll go ahead and we will put down... none of these shelters really seem super large. But okay, whatever makes them happy. And now we need food and water. So they would like a large food... Oh, same as the polar bear, actually. They like to use the food trays. Okay, large food tray and water. And then perfect. Let's go and see how they are all doing here. And also, we finished up some vet research here. Come on. Please be the next level of food. It was level 3 food quality. All right, well, now that they did that, let's go and let's have them working on our Arctic wolves so we can figure out their food quality as well. Because for now, they're only on level 1 food quality. Very expensive animals, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that, but super duper expensive. They want $1,500 for their food resupply. That's a lot. It's a lot of money. In terms of their welfare, they're looking good. It's really the enrichment that's getting to them. But that's something, unfortunately, that without research, we can't really do too much about. Oh, and we have a gift waiting for us, which means we completed a challenge. $3,000. I'll take it any day of the week. Now, next thing we want to do is put down more donation boxes now that we have a brand new exhibit fully functioning here. There we go. Put that down right in front of the different stopping points for these people. See how they're just stopping right there? So let's put the donation boxes all the way around in case they feel like being generous at some point in time. There you go. Boom. And of course, our good old educational speakers. We can get the one in the very front here. And let's see. Seem to find it for the life of me. I don't know where I put that educational speaker. I thought I had put it down right there, but apparently I missed. So no big deal. We'll just put down another one. Arctic wolves. Now, if you notice, that right there is not a good sign. That means that there is no transformer in the area that can actually feed that electricity. So what you're going to want to do to make sure that you can hit that area is find a good place, something like right there. There you go. And now we have a transformer that will be able to power those. And you definitely want to have it connect up to the pathway there. That way, in case they need, the mechanic can access it. And now, because of that, take a look. It's blue, which means people are going to be getting the education that they came here for. Animal trading now. Let's go over to the animal trading and let's see. Do we have a cheaper polar bear available? Oh, no. In fact, I think that just literally rocketed up in price. Well, vet research is all done here. Thank you for the Arctic wolf research. And let's see. Can we increase your food quality? Not yet, Arctic wolves. However, there's a big thing that we can do now. We can get you some good old fun. So we can get them a dog ball, which I think helps their food enrichment. It does. And then their toy enrichment, soccer balls, and a large snowball. And there we go. Happy as could possibly be, minus their food not being awesome. Let's check back in on our doll sheep here. Our doll sheep, 100%. Literally couldn't be happier. We are doing a great job with them. Reindeer, 98%. He's not enjoying his last meal quality. Well, clearly he hasn't eaten any time recently because that is the top tier food right there, my friend. So that means his last meal he must have eaten was when it was like tier 2 food or something of that sort. All right. And looking good here. So we're making headway. We're making strides here. I'm gonna put up more educational thingies all around. So let's do educational speakers. I always like to add these down to the map there. All right. Arctic wolves. And if they overlap, that means that they can't actually hear them. So you just want to make sure you don't ever do that. Okay. And Arctic wolves. 20. Good. And I think we actually just finished up some veterinary research. Yes, we did. All right, all right. And, oh, we have a hungry animal here. Well, have you tried going over and... We haven't had... There's no food there. Why is there no food? Well, that's not good. You don't want there to be no food. Let's call a keeper over here. And let's get them to start making sure that our animals are fed. I'm very sorry about that. Low welfare for this deer. Nutrition. Horrible. Oh gosh. That's very bad. How have you not brought any food over here? Keepers? Our Arctic wolves are about to mate, though. That's always good. And I really am curious about the whole food. Animals starving. I understand that. I don't actually know why they're not bringing you food. Keeper en route. Hurry up, dude! And I think we have protesters now. Are those protesters? I think those are protesters because the animal welfare. This is bad. Yes, he gave food. Eat. Eat quick. Good. You. Are you still low welfare? No, they ate. Oh my gosh, just in the nick of time. Literally just in the nick of time. That was looking horrible. Okay, well, our Arctic wolves, more research was just done on them, and now things are looking great. They can actually move up in their food quality. And pretty soon, I believe one of them is about to have another, oh, it doesn't like the terrain. Well, that's good to know. Too much long grass? Okay, well, that's an easy fix. So if the terrain isn't to their liking, they get upset. However, nothing that a little snow instead of long grass won't fix. So let's go ahead. Let's freeze up all the area like so. And now, take a look at their happiness. You ready for this? They're going to be happy as could be. And let's click on one. I can't click on them. And there we go. Look at that. Outside is nutrition, which obviously just takes more research. You gotta be smarts. Okay, animal trading here. And we're still waiting on an affordable polar bear. If we don't get one anytime soon, that's okay, because there's still more stuff that we can do in the meantime. We can go ahead and start putting down the donation boxes and the educational speakers, even though, well, I guess the educational speakers we can wait on them. But we can put down the donation boxes, and then we just really got to play a lot of the waiting game, is what it comes down to. But here we go. Let's go ahead and we'll drop all these things all around here. There, whoop. There's a very long and windy pathway here. A super long and windy pathway. All right. And in my eyes, that looks absolutely perfect. And I think that there's no real new news. Vet research complete. Like that. Okay. And now let's see. Okay, I said food quality. Still can't get that to 3. But that's okay. Also, one of our reindeer just grew up, which is awesome. Another big thing we could take care of is the polar bears love their terrain to have a lot of water in it. So what we could do is we could start to sculpt it, and let's go ahead and get it big, because they absolutely love their swimming pools. In fact, this cage that I made for the polar bear, believe it or not, may not even be big enough for his needs. But for now, we'll keep on sculpting that all downward, just like that. And we'll see how it looks from there. All right, so we'll fill that up with water. And hopefully, that's good enough for him. But we won't know until we actually get to put him down there. Let's see, though, real quick. Animal market. Oh, polar bear. Nowhere to be found. All right, everyone, we got in luck here. So finally, a polar bear has come that we can actually afford. So let's throw it on down here and let's see what we have in store for us. This is awesome. We can also get our researcher ready to start researching up on how to properly treat a polar bear. There we go. And let's see. Are you happy, friend? How do you feel right now? Well, you don't like your terrain. Let's get that all fixed up here. So the problem is that their land area is just not enough. And they have a lot of water, actually, but just not enough land. So let's see if we can actually convert some of it back. I've never tried this before. Does it work? Well, you know what? That will increase the land at least, and then... Let's see. That is barely the perfect amount of land and barely the perfect amount of water. We actually nailed that part. And his terrain is still not happy. Okay, he needs more... Pretty much more snow. Okay, well, if that's what you want, then snow is what you're going to get, my friend. You are going to get snow every which way you could possibly think of. We're going to make you happy, our polar bear friend. Don't you worry about it. There we go. Looking all fine and dandy. What about now? Oh, he's happy. He's happy, all right. His enrichment's not happy, but you know what? He will be happy soon enough. And veterinary research here. Let's see. Boom. Okay, we finished up one thing for the polar bear. And also, let's see. Can we get him, or her, a friend, I should say. Injured? We gotta get the vet over there ASAP. We can't be having an injured polar bear. How'd he get hurt? He just got here. And, oh, we cannot afford a male polar bear. Okay, well, they're injured right now. So in the meantime, we can kind of focus on maybe enriching the habitat of it. Let's see. Okay, and we don't want that. We want a species polar bear. And he's back already. Oh, look at that. How cute. Okay, so polar bear. Yes. How would you like big soccer balls, huh? And a big old snowball, yeah? Okay, and then what about a bamboo feeder? Wow. There you go. And overall, we now have our good old friend, the polar bear. So 95 welfare % on a polar bear. We have a sheep right here, 81%. The habitat needs to be clean. Uh-oh, we can't be having that. Call keeper. How do I call a keeper? Keeper, call a keeper, call a keeper. Clean this area up here. Oh, that's why. We need to pick up one of the doll sheep. One of the doll sheep passed away, unfortunately. Oh, that's so sad. Well, that's never a good sign. Our reindeer at 93%, so that's good. These guys will be up in their percent soon enough. Our polar bear's swimming. Oh my gosh. He's at 94%. Absolutely killing it right now, the polar bear. And good. Okay. Now this area is all cleaned up. What do you think? Your welfare is going very far down. And your toy enrichment is not there. Okay, well. What about after we get you one of these? What? I can't put these anywhere. It's obstructed everywhere. There we go. Now they're at 97%. So the reindeer and the sheep and the polar bear are fine. Last but not least, one of our wolves, 95%. I would say a job well done, everybody. We did it. We made the ultimate Arctic Pack Zoo. So remember, if you guys want to check out the game for yourself, I'm going to put links down below in the description. Thank you so much to our sponsor, Planet Zoo, and I'll see you next time, friends. Goodbye.